So here's the thing. Everybody has tips on YouTube, right? And you hear all of this advice and you're like, oh my God, I want to do a YouTube channel, or I have a YouTube channel, and you're just like, this process is taking forever. Like, it is taking me a long time to edit my videos, record my videos, produce my videos, get my videos up, and be consistent, right? Well, I want to share with you some content planning secrets that I personally use that has helped make my YouTube content creation process a lot smoother than what it was when I first started. So let's hop right on in. So my very first secret is that before I ever pursue a video content idea, I always research it first. So I use a platform called vidIQ, and it's basically a free software that you can download to your computer, and I research it. I research the title idea that I have. I see if there's a better title idea that is getting more clicks. I look at what different videos are popping up under that video title, and then I'm also looking at the hashtags that's under there. Anything that's going to give me more insight on if the video is actually worth creating. Also with vidIQ, it also allows you to find better title ideas, and it shows you if the video title idea has high competition, meaning a lot of people are creating content in that area, and if it's high search volume. So you want to find something that has a great balance where the search volume is pretty high and the competition is low. So you want to stay away from the high competition titles when you're first starting out, because 9 times out of 10, everyone is going to those videos first, and they're going to showcase those videos over your content. So you want to have a low competition title, because then you're going to be more likely to be seen in that category before other people. My second secret is to make sure that you're doing thumbnail research. So we all know that thumbnails and titles are the very first impression of your video before anyone ever clicks on it. And you want to have a really good thumbnail before you pursue, because if you don't, then you basically just created your video for nothing, because people aren't going to click on it. So I always look at thumbnails that are in the same title category that I'm thinking about producing, so that way before I ever start to record, I already have an idea of how I want my thumbnail to be, whether it be a lifestyle photo, whether it be me like in the screen and pointing at like the title or whatever. You just want to have an idea of what type of thumbnail you need to prepare to create, because different niches require a different type of thumbnail. If you're doing a video on a product, then best believe you want to have that product in the thumbnail, because that's what's going to make people want to click on it. If you're doing like a cooking video, for example, you better have some food in your thumbnail because people aren't going to click on it if they're looking for recipes on mac and cheese, for example, and they have you in the thumbnail like pointing to the words. Like, that's not going to work for that industry or for that type of title. You need to have a thumbnail with the mac and cheese, if that makes sense. So definitely make sure you do thumbnail research before you pursue to the next thing. And then one more thing I want to add with the thumbnails: don't sleep on the thumbnail. I have some clients that they think that the thumbnail process is kind of like, it kind of gets the crumbs of the rest of the process. So it's like, okay, I need a thumbnail, let me just smile for the camera. They're not worried about quality, they're not worried about where the writing is going to be or anything, and then they've done all this hard work to produce and research the video title, research the keywords, get the video to be perfect, and then now they have a sucky thumbnail because they didn't take the time to brainstorm it and make sure it made sense for what type of video they were creating. So just make sure you don't sleep on the thumbnails, guys. Do the research and figure out what kind of thumbnail you need to create. My third secret is that I batch plan my content. Regardless of how many times you plan to post a week, I like to plan my content out by quarter, because it really doesn't take you a long time to actually plan out your content once you know what your core categories are. And core categories basically means you have like 3 to 4 different core topics that you're going to cover on your channel, and you just rotate in between those. So once you know that, you create your list of video ideas. You just plug the type of videos that you're ready to make, and then break it up into quarter or break it up into months. So if you're planning for 3 months, then depending on how many videos you do per week, you'll know how many videos you need to come up with. So when you're batch planning, you want to make sure that you're not just planning for one, because why take the time out to only plan for one video and then you're gonna have to do the same thing the next week? Try to make your process smoother, and while you're in that zone of genius with the planning, I know for me, if I'm in planning mode, I can plan out a whole lot of stuff in one sitting versus me trying to force myself weekly to get back in that zone of genius and plan out another video idea. So batch plan your content for sure. My fourth secret is that I use a video script template before I actually record my videos. So this makes it so much easier because instead of starting from scratch every time I'm planning out a video, I actually have a template, which I should put it somewhere on the screen where you can kind of see a preview of what my template looks like. And it basically has a description that I'm planning on writing out for the video, any type of keywords that I'm going to be adding to the video. It has what my intro is going to be. It has what my bullet points are going to be in the video. It also has what my call to action is at the end of the video. So that way, anytime I'm about to record my videos or plan out my videos, I already know exactly what to make sure I have. I also include a place for sponsorships. I haven't gotten a sponsorship yet, but I like to be proactive in anticipating that. So that way, if I ever get one, I have a space in my template to put any details with that. I also include in my template B-roll. So any type of video that I need to do where I'm going to be doing B-roll, and B-roll is basically like you acting out what you're saying already. So you have the voiceover and you're talking, but you're showing the video clip of you actually doing the thing that you're talking about. I have a space for that. Anything else that I feel that I need to have included in my video script. You do this, I use Google Docs to do mine. I create it, and then I actually have one that's just the template, and I copy it, put the new title, video title name, and then I just go through the process. This makes it so much easier because now you don't have to worry about constantly having to figure out what you need to have for your video. And when it's time to record, all I have to do is pull up my laptop or get my laptop pulled up, look at my script, and go through the process while I'm recording. And my fifth and final tip is really a big one. It has really transformed my content planning journey in the process, and that is that I use a digital content calendar. Now, I used to use a physical content calendar, but I find that because there's so much that I'm working on in my business, and it's just easier for me to use digital stuff for my content planning process, I have converted over to a digital content calendar. So now I know when my podcast episodes need to be live. I know when my YouTube videos need to be live. I also have multiple YouTube channels. So having a content calendar lets me know exactly when things need to be posted, what date, what time, what platform. And it allows me to see everything that I have going on. I also like to use my digital content calendar because I am planning quarterly. So I plan out my content for the next 3 months. So that way I know exactly when I need to be producing certain content and when it needs to go live all the way up until 3 months from then. That way I'm never running out of ideas. I'm never back in the planning from scratch stage, and it just makes my content planning process a lot smoother. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope that that was very helpful for you. If you are interested in learning how I plan out 1 month of content for my YouTube channel, I'd highly suggest you check out my YouTube video. I'll leave it in the icon on whichever side that it's going to pop up on, where I'm actually going to be teaching you my process and how I create 1 month of content. So check that out. If you are still here to the end, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button so that you can continue to see content planning tips from me. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.